Riding through the bayou, headed for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land, time is time we'll spend. We'll take it to the Delta, to the great white shores. There's so much to see and do, Mississippi outdoors, the great outdoors, Mississippi outdoors, the great outdoors.
Nice fish.
Mississippi outdoors, the great outdoors, Mississippi outdoors.
There's an alligator right there in the middle. I'll go up there and throw on him.
This is the first night of the 2016 alligator season. We're here on the Barnett Reservoir. We've been doing it since the very first minute that we could start back about 12 years ago. We look forward to alligator hunting more than anything that we do just about every year, and we're avid deer hunters, duck hunters, turkey hunters, everything. Can't wait for that July to come around where we can apply for our tags and anticipation if you're going to get one and whatnot. We were very fortunate enough this year. I myself got a tag for the reservoir, and so did David Bridges.
We're going to go out tonight, spot some alligators, one that we like, and watch him. And while he's under the water, we're going to throw on him, cast on him while he's under the water and catch him. That's the way we normally do it. We've been doing this for about 12 years, ever since it's opened. We've caught well over 200 alligators. We've had the state record 3 times. Me and Robert Powell and Justin Van Devender. And we got lucky enough to get tags for the Barnett Reservoir and the northeast zone. We're gonna go out tonight, spot an alligator. If he goes down, we'll cast on him until we hook up to him. All right, hold up.
What we like to do is we like to find one, see him in the distance, ease up on him. We do things a little different than a lot of people do. One of the alligator agent trappers taught us a few tricks the very first year, and we got very fortunate enough to go along with him and go along with Ricky, Clint, and they showed us a few little things, and we do a little stuff a little different. We catch most of our alligators underwater. We want them to go down, because they go down and they usually back up and sit there for a little bit, and we sit there and cast and cast and cast. Sometimes you might sit there for an hour casting. When you hook into him, man, when he goes to tugging on that rod, it's nothing like it in the world.
And it's just an adrenaline rush when you know that you're hooked into an alligator, and you fight him for hours. They'll stay down underwater for 2 hours at a time without breathing. Most people think they can't do it but for 45 minutes, but they can stay down for at least 2 hours. And we fought them for an hour to 12 hours before. Anybody want an alligator? How much one under 7 foot?
Boy, he's a fighter. We're actually in Safe Harbor Marina right now. Right here at the boat dock. Huh? It's nice when you just put the boat in or ease out here and go and catch a little runt gator real quick like. Knock the dust off the rods. He's twisted around his tail about 20 times on this one. You want to put it around his head, David? Who said you can't lasso an alligator? Pull that rope down his neck. You can tell he's real scared of him.
Get that hook off of him. We'll take him up and measure him and see how long he is.
With 4 foot there.
He is exactly 5 foot and 6 inches. So he's 66 inches long. He would definitely qualify as a run alligator.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We'll have to remember to check him next time.
Well, that's a good one, guys. That's number 1. Number 1, 2016. Got the skunk off.
Oh, that out there?
Yeah.
That's an alligator out there, ain't it? You talking about that lily pad or that?
There's a, I'm talking about like a light, looked like an eyeball. We saw him, we drove around the corner, came back, he was up. We drove, coming back this way, he went under. We sat over here for a few minutes by the gas pump, and we eased up in the marina, came back, and he was up, and that's about 20 to 30 minutes each go round.
He's on up on his back.
Got him right there. Right there.
Right out in there. Ease up, ease up, ease up. There's his head right there.
All right, you gotta just be patient. Wear him down a little bit. Wear him down, or her.
Pretty good one. Get another one in the back of him. I'm afraid he's gonna break these in his mouth.
I got it. You do got the buck fever, don't you, son? Hey man, that's what we was talking about. That's a good girl. Yeah, that's a good little girl. Good little gator. Don't let her break your rod tip, whatever you do. Uh-oh, Bradley just come out. Look, Bradley, watch your line. Put a little, look.
I'm just gonna give it slack.
Look. It might come out real up on it, Bradley. Man, I'm afraid it's gonna.
Get that snare of his and put it in his leg. Or either go over his mouth, or go through our rods, and you go over his mouth with a lasso.
Come over.
Back it up right there. All right. All right. Do whatever y'all want to now.
Better keep that thing tight or that rope gonna come off.
Somebody's gonna have to come in and help me hold him and wrap it up.
We're right here below Highway 43 out on the Ross Barnett Reservoir. Dave and I were fortunate enough to get drawn again this year. We stayed on this alligator about 3 hours. What time is it now, guys? 11:42. We got started on this alligator shoot hour after dark.
Yeah.
Hour after dark. So we've been on this alligator for a couple hours, kept watching her go under and come back up, go under, come back up. We never put too much pressure on it. Just kind of stayed off and make sure we got our with trim carpet. Normally the way things are, you stay persistent. Good things come to those who are patient. She's a little shy of 10 foot. We're gonna put her back and let her get a little age on her. The 10-foot plus alligator takes a long, long time to get that big. We've been fortunate enough to catch several, and the only way you can catch this 10-footers is not cull everyone. First night, not too bad. Not too bad. We're gonna unwrap this gator and put her back in the water.
That's all the tape off.
All the tape's off.
All right.
See you later, Paw. Whew. Good job, guys. Fix that stuff, David. Come on, we gotta catch another one. They say the alligator skin carries tons and tons of different germs. You know, everybody's always got a couple cuts on their hands and things like that. We use Dr. Tishner's, which is really strong disinfectant. Kills anything. Run your motor off of it, you get in a bind. Is he still up?
Yeah.
Went down. Keep going. He's up, he's up.
He's up.
Put your light up some more.
Yeah, he's a good one.
That one's way over 10 foot. I got him, man. I'm in. Let off the cast.
He ought to be wore out is what I have a feeling. I'm not sure if it's the same one or not. I was just driving the boat, man. I was just driving the boat and let y'all wear him out, then I come over here and hook him. After David hooked him like 3 times. He was so wore out he couldn't even swim off. Show them boys how to do it. That's a pretty alligator. Well, we've been out here all night. It's 5:42 in the morning.
8 foot.
We've had a pretty successful night. We've caught 3 alligators, 8-foot male. See you, buddy. A 10-foot male and a 5 foot 6 inches. So we had some fun. First night, opening day of the season. We'll call it a success. The sun's coming up. We're gone.
For over 70 years, Mississippi Outdoors magazine has served the readers of the Magnolia State. The magazine contains interesting features such as wildlife photography and soul lunar tables. Subscriptions to the magazine are very inexpensive, and when you subscribe, you'll receive 6 bi-monthly issues containing articles on hunting and fishing in the state, public lakes, state parks, and our wildlife management areas. For more information, call our toll-free number at 1-888-874-5785.
In 2012, Hurricane Isaac came in late August. It rained like 15 inches overnight, and what it did, it washed the backside of the dam away. We built a brand new dam. We built a new spillway on the other end of the dam, just in case for high water comes again, we'll let the pressure off the dam, so this will never happen again, hopefully. We built a new bridge across that new spillway. So Percy Quin is back full, and we're operational again.
Hey folks, we're down here in South Mississippi at beautiful Percy Quin State Park. We're fishing today at Lake Tangipahoa. It's late summer, it's going to be a hot one, but we've got Trevor Knight fishing with us. He's going to be our guide today. Lives in the area, so we're looking forward to a good day. We're going to be trying to catch some bass this morning, and hopefully by the end of the day, we'll probably try to catch some crappie too. Y'all come join us. There were some really nice fish on this log here yesterday evening. Trevor, what kind of baits are we going to be throwing? Topwater? What do you have on?
Yeah, I'm using a popper right now. Topwaters are always a good bet early in the morning or evening. When you got those low light conditions, the fish are still active feeding, so we're going to take advantage of the low light we've got right now and hopefully get a few to blow up on top. There he is.
Good fish on. You got pliers?
Yeah, I got some pliers. That's a fat little fish right there.
You gonna measure that, Trevor?
Yeah, on bass here, we've got a slot limit, which means that fish that are 16 to 22 inches have to be thrown back, and you're allowed one fish over 16 inch or 22 inches so that you can keep a trophy. But really, I think this fish is going to be in our slot, and yep, he's 17 1/4.
So that fish is illegal?
Yep, that one has to be thrown back. But
well, that's not right.
The reason we're doing that is to protect that initial stock of fish that we put in here.
The lake's been here, you know, since the 30s. After time, you know, fishing slows down, but now we got brand new stocking in here. We've got bluegill, put 250,000 bluegill in here, and then we put 30,000 Florida bass in it. And then we come back and put 50,000 white crappie in there. You know, it's 4 years of not being able to use it, but it's going to be, in the long run, it's going to be a great deal. It's going to be a really good thing.
I'm going to throw a little, I'm going to try, what do you think about a walking bait? I wanted to try a walking bait.
Yeah, something like a spook should work pretty well. Now that fish you would be able to keep. That's about a 14 1/2, 15 incher.
You keep throwing that popper, Trevor. I think that's a great bait to be throwing.
I'll let you catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Another nice.
Golly, folks.
That one's about 17 there.
They're sneaking in on my log.
First cast with the frog.
I tell you, it's nice to fish with somebody that knows what they're doing.
So we might run across the lake real quick and try some wood.
You want to hit that point up there while we still got some low light conditions?
Yeah, we could try that one where that bluff swings in real good.
Let's try it, and then we'll maybe hit another spot while we still got low light. I mean, if you look out across the lake, there's a lot of willow trees, a lot of vegetation.
You can imagine the lake bottom being exposed, and just as soon as sunshine hit it, we started having grass growing. We've had willow trees grow. All types of aquatic vegetation has grown in the grass, giant cutweed, alligator grass. We've had everything you can imagine grow up in the lake, which is normal. I mean, that's just part of it when you drain a lake.
The grass certainly does help the fish to a point. Once you get to a certain level of vegetation, it actually starts to hinder the health of the fish. It makes it harder for them to find food if there's too much cover for the prey to hide in. So usually we try to strive for around 10 to 20% coverage of vegetation in the lake if we can help it. If you get much over 30 to 40%, then it really starts to affect the fish in a negative way. Yeah, we still got this low light, and we were catching them off a rocky point this morning. I think we're gonna try the dam. We know we've got rock there and some points on it, so we'll see if we can't take advantage of this low light over on the dam real quick.
That's a big fish, Trevor.
That is
a big fish. We're going to weigh that fish.
4 or 5. Nice fat fish.
Wow. Fish is pushing 3 pounds, Trevor.
Yep.
Look how fat he is. Just a short little football all he is.
Yep.
But that's the ones we're protecting, right?
That's the ones we're protecting right now, yep. Within about 4 years, those ones we stocked will have that potential to be at the 10-pound mark. We're just seeing them at Jeff Davis right now, getting to that size. New lake record was caught there last month, 11.5 pounds.
Nice fish.
Oh yeah.
That's a slot fish, isn't it?
That's definitely a slot fish, yeah.
Where are we going, Trevor?
We're
What do you
fixing
think?
to head across the lake over to where our group camp is. There's a lot of good wood and laydowns over there, and sometimes this late summer, the brim will hold on that wood and the bass will be right there with them. That is a good fish.
That one's got some shoulders there. Wow. We may get to weigh this one too.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another good fish right there.
Okay, close enough.
311,
We'll
3 1/4, 3
We'll
3/4.
round up. You round up,
Yeah.
Trevor, come on.
We're about to head up the river and the lake, see if we can't get into some more bass up there, maybe even a spotted bass if we're lucky. There's a lot of grass and wood up there, so we're gonna give that a try real quick.
Nice fish.
Five. Woo!
Fish.
We're actually in the old Tangipahoa River, and we've got a lot of vegetation, and these fish will get under these mats of vegetation. And I've got a 1-ounce tungsten sinker with a glass bead and a bobber stop, and a little 2-aught heavy-duty flipping hook, and just taking a small profile bait. If you had never tried it, it's a technique that if you've got a lot of grass, a lot of vegetation, a lot of mats, those fish will get under there, and it allows you to get that bait in there where those fish are.
And they just can't take it sometimes. Not a good one.
Look at that. Need you a spinning rod. What do you got, Jimmy Jerry?
There you go. On the spinner bait.
Another nice slot bass at Percy Quin. We've had a great morning bass fishing, folks. We're gonna put the bass rods up and go try to catch some crappie and finish the day up.
We trying to put this on TV. That's a big fish. We stocked 50,000 white crappie in here and we're catching black crappie. So that tells you that we had a lot of fish left over that stayed in the river whenever we had to drain the lake. The lake was down, we put some brim beds in around every fishing pier. We put gravel beds in for the brim to spawn around. And right now you can go around any one of these piers and throw bread out there and you won't believe what comes up there and eats the bread right off the top of the water.
Good one. 11 inches.
Another good fish. That'll work. Look at how's that look.
That's good eating.
That's
there.
right.
That's good eating.
That's something you get to take home with there. Another nice crappie.
We got into the boat. That almost counts, right? That's a good fish.
Sure is.
Oh man.
That's because you didn't. I'm trying to tell you, you got to set the hook in
I'm
these
telling
fish.
you, they call them paper mouth for a reason. Hook is set.
You're killing me.
Hook is set.
Boy, that's a good fish.
Yeah, it is.
I
Pretty
like that
fish.
color you got there, bud.
I like that.
What kind of color is that? What is
that?
that?
A Will Busby special color right there. Good fish. We got that figured out.
We do. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, when you feel that, it's worth its weight in gold, just feel that thump. There you go, people. I believe Percy Quin's back. It means everything to us here at the park. It means everything to this department. It's gonna make us probably one of the busier state parks again. It's really good for the area. The whole part of Southwest Mississippi is really excited about getting this back up and running, just for the economic value that it gives to the area.
Riding through the bayou, headed for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land.